What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to be breaking down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening with the news thus far and what's happening with their economic calendar. And all of this could affect the market's performance for today. Before I break anything down, let me just mention a couple of things. I'm firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you are guaranteed up to 6 free stocks. If you deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks plus 6 months of level 2 data. And putting in $25,000 or more guarantees you 70 free stocks with 12 months of level 2 data. The offer ends in just 1 week and just 7 days. Check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with the market. Looking at SPY right now, you can see that we had this uptrend that was being established since we got this break to the upside over the last couple of days. We're going to be watching to see how support ends up holding. Do not forget that today is going to be the last day before CPI comes out tomorrow morning before market open. And CPI is going to likely cause a very, very big move. So will CPI cause the market to launch higher, or is it going to cause some downside? That's going to be determined by tomorrow. But for now, I do favor the upside. I think that there is still potential for the bulls to take advantage of this move. And we'll be watching to see what happens today because it's going to be the preparation day before CPI comes out. Now, a couple of things to know before the market opens for Monday. Right now, we have the Fed coming out for Wednesday. Don't forget about that. That is going to be the last FOMC meeting of 2023. That's going to be on a Wednesday. So for Wednesday, we have the Fed, and for Tuesday, we have CPI. And on top of this, we're starting to see new things going on right now involving Macy's, as it's going to be making up new management funds. This is once again very, very interesting to see. Good news for them. Continuing to see earnings, which are still coming out as we have Oracle coming out after the market close. I'll be listening to that and see how that goes as well. And on top of that, we're starting to see new hybrid models coming right back into the EV transition, as we're seeing Toyota and also now like Ford kind of hopping into this new space. And finally, the team at Google is considering using AI to create a mosaic of users' lives, weaving together mobile phone data like photos and online searches. So something very cool. It's a nice project they're working on. We will see what happens with that. So that's pretty much it for the main headlines making up the news so far. I just want to add that for volatility at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Consumer Inflationary Expectations Report and the 3-year notes auction. This could cause some volatility at 11 a.m. Then at 1 p.m., we have the 10-year note auction, the 3-month bill auction. This could also cause some volatility. So watch to see if the market makes some big moves during these times for Eastern Standard Time. And with that being said, we'll be watching to see how the market is looking. So on the 5-minute time frame on SPY, I'm going to start off with the very micro one. We're just very choppy right now. We also have our 200 EMA key support at this 459.52 area. And we're going to be watching to see if this holds. If we do break this, we have this level to be watching for down here next to our breakout around this like 458.6 area. And just as a reminder, we also have this trend line of support. So what I would say is, look, watch support right now because we are testing this trend line. We'll see if this holds. If we break below it, it's going to be very minor. You're going to be watching 459.5, close to the 200 EMA. If that breaks, the next level is going to be 459 to 458.8, and we could just bounce off that and start pushing back up. And watch 460. One thing I said yesterday is that the market might come back down and back up and back down, just kind of consolidates today because it's going to be the day before CPI. We sometimes see some hedging. If we get above 460, you want to see the high of the day break at 460.75. If we break that, we do have potential to push all the way up to about 462 for today. Technically, we could make our way back up there if we break this high right here. All right, so if we get above 460.75, watch for a push to 462. If we break below our support right here at that 459.5 area, this thing has potential to come all the way down towards 458.8 to 458.5 and then try to bounce. I think that we're most likely going to see this thing kind of trade back and forth very sideways. We might just get a very, very nice consolidation day before we make a much bigger move after CPI. So watch for it to just stay range bound back and forth between these levels. It might just not do a whole lot or anything that insane. We'll see if we could get one more push or not. But regardless of this consolidation, I'm still bullish overall, guys, because when you zoom out of the chart, When I go to the weekly, just as a reminder on SPY, uh, I'm still bullish. I still think that 467 is going to come later on. So there will be a pump coming eventually, possibly tomorrow. Uh, and I think that we're going to see this thing try to go for that 467 target sometime this week, possibly. All right. So that's my view of SPY. For the QQQ, we might see something very similar. We've been kind of stuck in this area. I was predicting it would test the bottom of this range right here, and that's what we're trying to do. So we're going to be watching support holds on the QQQ. It's holding support thus far. If we try to bounce from here, watch it try to get back up to about, well, you want to break above 392. If we break above 392, there's not only a pre-market gap, but we could try to push it for 393 as resistance. If we break below the yellow trend line, watch support at 391. If that fails us, they're going to be coming back down to like 390.5, then try to bounce. So far, it looks like it's holding this support, so we could see this actually push a little higher, back up to 392. And it could even push a little higher above SPY, so we could see a little upside coming. And then this makes me think that SPY might actually follow the trend now. So SPY, it might actually try to hold this trend line and try to push up towards this gap fill right here. So we could see it try to make its way back up to 460 plus and just try to hold up for the time being. So it could try to hold up a little bit better thanks to the QQQ. So that's what I'm saying is very probable. I think that the QQQ is going to try to push up to about 392, and this could help SPY hold up. On Nvda, in my opinion, could follow the trend. Gonna be watching to see how it holds support. I had this blue trend line drawn out yesterday, and you can see it's trying to hold up off this double bottom like formation, and we have this imbalance. So I think that it's gonna come here, back test this trend line at 476, try to push up. If we get above 480, look for a push to 482, then 485. Gonna be watching that. If we're bearish, you want to see it lose 471, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this has a lot of potential to push up for 482, and I see some upside potential on the chart. So it looks bullish. It's on a nice uptrend. It's holding up decently, and we'll be watching this for even longer as time goes on. On Tesla has had this like pennant that I was talking about yesterday. I think that there are two possibilities, okay? It's either going to respect this pennant for an extended period of time, then break out and make its way up close to 250. Or if it breaks it today, if we manage to break this today, look for a push up towards, first off, we have these wicks up here at like 246.5. If that breaks, we have 247.7. It really depends on the timing. If we break the blue trend line right here at 247, watch for 250. Okay, so we'll see if it breaks out today or tomorrow. One of those days, I think it should break out. Otherwise, we could consolidate a bit and then break out or do it a little bit earlier. Last but not least, for Apple stock, I just want to mention that Aapl has a gap to fill. I think Aapl still has this rising wedge-like pattern, but we could actually adjust this a bit. You could adjust it like this. It's still very, very close. It doesn't have to be perfect. But we have a gap to fill now. It's going to try to push up a little bit towards 195.5, and I think that Aapl will pump a little bit, help the market pump a bit. So then watch 196 as resistance. We'll be watching that very carefully. If it breaks down, watch support around 194 because you could interpret this as a flag. 194 fails, it's going to sink to 193.5. I don't think it's going to break down though. I think it's going to push up to fill this gap, and it's going to consolidate around 196. I think that's going to drag SPY and the QQQ up just a little bit, and then we might see some consolidation after that. And the bigger move is going to be made, in my opinion, on Tuesday. All right, so that's after CPI comes out. All right, guys, so watch for some volatility during the times I called out. Watch and see the market kind of consolidate, push up a bit as we open it and consolidate after that. We could still remain range bound within the ranges that I called out earlier. And there could be a little push up first, and then we'll be watching to see how the market looks from there. All right, that's it for this one. Have a great day, guys. Have fun trading. Do what you have to do. And I'll see you guys very soon for the afternoon update video. Thank you and peace out.